Hi everyone, welcome to Creative Stampin' Designs. My name is Karen. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Central New Jersey. If you hop on, whether it's live or you're watching the replay, say hi, let me know where you're from. We're going to make a fun fold card today again. And I've kind of got a few different things. I've got the Brightest Glow set, the Merriest Moments, and Trimming the Tree. Because I couldn't quite decide what I was doing. So I'm using a few different things. Hi Jamie, thanks for joining. Alright, just a couple things. The Fitting Florets collection, right now it's available to demonstrators. There is, it's going to be available November 1st through January 4th. There's a bundle with the dies that you'll get the discount. Then there's another set, the framed and, I think it's framed and festive. That set, it's like all Christmas or holiday sentiments. There's this gorgeous paper. I honestly thought mine would be in by now, and it didn't get here. Hey Rosie, how are you? You just got yours, you're lucky. Mine didn't get here yet. It was in picking for I don't know how long. There's also these little gold adhesive back swirls. Now, the bundle will be carrying over to the January to June mini catalog. Everything else is while supplies last. Now, if you are interested in getting this early, if you join, we've got an awesome promotion going on right now. You can add the whole collection. It's $97.50, I believe. It's $97.50. Oh yeah, for the whole collection. And then you still get another $57.50 of products and of your choice. It ships for free, and all you pay is $99. Stampin' Up! Throws in a past paper pumpkin kit. They'll throw in business supplies in case you want to make this a business. But for $155, you pay $99. It ships for free. And like I said, you can add this to your starter kit, and then you still get another $57.50. All right. And the other thing is the birthday organizer kit is available. That didn't get here yet either, so I can't show you that. I don't know. My order's taken forever this time. I don't know what happened. But this is available. It's one of the new kits that's available right now. And as a lot of you know, the kits are available while supplies last. All right. I am going to get started. I will try to read. Hi, Pam. Hey, Carol. Thanks for joining. I'm going to try to read comments, but most of you know how I am. I can't read and do this at the same time. All right. I am starting with a panel of Evening Evergreen, which measures 10 by 5.5, and it goes this way. 5.5 by 10. I scored it at 4 1/4 and 8 1/4. All right. The measurements. Oh, I didn't get my scissors out. I didn't. Oh boy, I'm slacking here. All the measurements will be on my blog on Friday, creativestampindesigns.com. Give it a little fold. Fold that way. And then fold this one. All right. So this is going to go like that, and this one I should have done that one first. Let me just. Okay. All right. And then I do have everything cut and ready. I only have a little bit to do. I have a panel of the Lights Aglow DS, that's what the name of it is. You know, I put it away and forgot to make sure. Yep, Lights Aglow DSP. And I'm going to adhere this to a piece of the brushed metallic paper. But if anybody's gotten this paper, you know you only get a few sheets in it. So I try to spread mine out. And I don't need the whole inside. So this is going to cover perfectly. And then I had cut this out ahead of time with my stitched rectangle. So I have a stitched rectangle to use on something else. All right. Actually, I think I'm going to use Stampin' Seal for this. Maybe. Because liquid glue can get out and get onto the gold. And then it looks all messy. All right, so we're just going to adhere this right on there. I don't want to press it down too much because I knew it had gone. The seal was a little thicker. And then I am going to use liquid glue on the back of this. Just put a little bit all the way around. Just put a little bit in the middle. Right, we're going to adhere this right to the front panel. Just like that, leaving equal border all the way around. Give it a good press on this side. All right, and then I do have another panel of the DSP. This one I did not cut the center out. We're going to adhere. You know, my Stampin' Seal is getting to the end. I have a feeling I'm going to run out. So we're just going to adhere this one. Just like that. And then we're going to adhere. Whoops. Luckily I didn't press it down. From my angle, it looked even. Okay. Whew. We're going to start up here, like that. Make sure we have it even all the way around. Okay, that's better. Sleeves up. My sleeve's going to fall in this. And this piece is going to go right on the outside here. Okay. Just like that. Okay. Then we're going to set that on the side. So now we have I have the inner pieces we're going to do also. Okay, so now I have a small card, little note card that's going to go on the top of this, and this measures 7 by 3.5, and it's scored at 3.5, so it's a little square. Okay, and I have another panel of the DSP, and again I didn't cut the center of this one out. I probably should have, but a lot of layers going on here again. I like my layers. Okay, and we're going to adhere this. Well, we're not going to adhere it yet. All right, I have make sure the size, 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 piece that I'm going to stamp the sentiment on. And I can't remember the name of this. Oh, I think it's the Trio Punch. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for joining. Yes, the very best Trio Punch. Okay, and I am going to cut, I don't know if you could see, this one here out. The one, just to give it a little, just a fancy edge. What I'm going to do is take the paper, push it all the way in. Okay, whoops. Make sure you push it all the way in. And give it a press. I'm going to take it, I'm going to flip it to do the next side. I'm going to flip it again to do this side. And flip it one more time to do this side. Now you don't have to flip it, but I wanted it so all, like up top, my curved edges are in, and then they're actually all in the same spot. Okay, these little pieces out of the way. I'll have you know that's the first time I've used this thing. All right, now I am going to, we're going to put the sentiment on. I'm going to use, oops, I'm going to emboss it with the gold. I'm using the, I can't remember the name of these things today. My mind is just blank. Embossing Buddy. And that's to take the static off, so that the gold embossing powder will only stick to where I stamp. It won't stick anywhere else around. All right. And this one I'm using the sentiment from, I believe it's the Merriest Wishes, Thinking of You this festive season, and I'm going to put this one right on the front. And we're going to really hope we get this straight. Get that out of the way for right now. Get my embossing powder. Alright, and we're going to just sprinkle it with the gold embossing powder. Trying to make sure I get all. I probably should turn the container. Get a little bit of the S not showing. Not bad. Okay, it's all covered. I just keep mine in a little container like this, and I label them so I know what color they are, because sometimes they do look the same. Get this off because that could be messy. All right, and I'm going to hold this with my tweezers because I really don't want to burn my fingers. And I'm going to use my heat tool. The Stampin' Up! Heat tool has two settings. One is to dry, and two is for the heat embossing. And I'm just going to heat it up on the side a little bit. Going to watch the powder is going to turn to a solid. It's all nice and shiny. You don't want to overheat because it can get kind of matted and ugly looking. I've done that before. Okay, just give it a second to dry because it can. Okay, I must have had something on my tweezers, but that's okay. I got embellishments to put on it. All right, we're going to pop this up with dimensionals. Oh. Sorry, I got a barking dog over here. She gets very excited when people come in, or she's our watchdog. All right, we're just gonna. Okay, just gonna pop these off. And we're gonna put this right in the center. Make sure not that you're gonna notice, but these were Christmas trees on there. We'll just pop that right in the center, and I'm going to put the embellishments on when we're done. Okay. All right. This is going to go on top of here, but I have a piece of the ribbon that I don't. Oh my goodness, it's very vanilla ribbon, I know that. This is bad today. Alright, it's the satin edged ribbon. It's very vanilla with the gold. It says gold on gold, but that's very vanilla. And I'm going to adhere this. I'm just going to put some Stampin' Seal. Got to make sure I'm going to have enough. So we're going to tie this around. Just tie a knot. And then this is going to go on top here. And this is going to go around the back of the card. So I'm going to adhere, actually I'm going to adhere this with some liquid glue. And we're going to get it right like that. I'm just going to give it a good rub again on the back. Okay. And this one here, I am going to stamp the inside, and I'm going to stamp it before I adhere it, because in case I mess up a little bit, I can always put another piece inside. And I'm going to stamp it in Evening Evergreen. And I'm stamping it, wishing you a season of hope and light. I feel like actually I'm going to get the ribbon to the side so it's flat here. Stamp it right about not bad. Alright, and then in the top corner here, I'm just going to stamp a poinsettia from Merriest Wishes. That stamp's stuck together. That's what I said. This was a real mixed up. I just wanted to add another color other than the green. So I thought I would put a poinsettia, and I'm just going to put it right like that. And then I have a mask that I just use over and over again. I am going to put this on top. Now, what I did is I have, it's called Super Sticky Post-it Note. The whole thing is sticky. We do have the masking paper, but this one I actually made before I got the masking paper. Excuse me. And I'm just going to put this right over the top. If I can get it to, my fingers to stop pulling it off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this again in between. Let's turn it a little. And I'm going to give it a good press because I want to make sure it gets, and it did. So, normally with the poinsettia, what I'll do is I'll stamp it and cut it out. I didn't want to cut it out. This card has a lot of dimension to it, so I didn't want to add any more. And then I'm just stamping the center with soft succulent. It's just to give it a little something on the inside there. And that paper was just so in case I messed it up. Okay, so that's that part. Let's do the inside of this. I'm not going to adhere that yet. We're going to do the inside of this. I have 2 panels. Oh, I forgot one thing. Hang on a minute. I have another panel of the DSP just to put on this side, just to give it a little, so it's not empty on that side. Okay. I have 2 panels of Very Vanilla. This one here, we're going to stamp the sentiment in Evening Evergreen. And again, we're doing it before I adhere it inside because in case I get the sentiment crooked. We're going to put it right in the center. Like that. And then close the Evening Evergreen. I don't know about you, but I do not like working with the dark colors that much because I tend to wear them. All right, and I'm just going to stamp. I need this so I don't get it all over the place. Just some pine boughs in the soft succulent. I'll just put one on the other side. So this card will give you plenty of room to write. Putting everything in the wrong place here. All right, so this panel, set on the side, and this one here, get everything out of the way. I'm using the Stamparatus because before when I was playing around with this ink, it just wasn't stamping dark enough. I don't know. I have to re-ink my my soft succulent and my Evening Evergreen. So I am stamping the tree from Trimming the Tree. Yes, Trimming the Tree in soft succulent. And I'm doing this, like I said, I'm using the Stamparatus so that I can go over it, because you see how light it is? And I keep trying. I don't know what. I'm going to have to because I know usually in the winter, my stamp pads tend to dry up, but they shouldn't have dried up yet. It's just, I think, because there's lack of humidity. Let me just clean this so I don't stick my hand in green. I'm already covered in green. All right, we're going to turn it over, and I'm going to do the detailed part in Evening Evergreen. I didn't close my soft succulent. I almost stuck my hand right in it. Yeah, we're going to give it another. That's the good thing with the Stamparatus. You can go over stuff, and everything is all lined up. It's great if you're making multiple of a card. All right, that's going to have to do. All right, get this out of the way. All right, and then the only other thing I am going to do on this, I'm going to give it a second to dry. That's what we're going to do. We're going to give it a second to dry, and I'm going to adhere this panel inside here. I do not have a mat for it because of everything else going on, and I'm going to use liquid glue for this one. Put that right there. And I just want to put a star on top of the tray, and I'm going to hope that it doesn't, the embossing powder doesn't stick anywhere else other than to my star. I'm still on the camera here, sorry. I was going to put the set, I'll show you in a second. Let me just, I don't want to wait too long. And get the embossing powder on this. I actually, originally, my plan was to add the trimming and do it in gold. Something's wrong with my stamp, I think. It just wouldn't, when I was playing around with it, it just would not stamp. And I'm just going to put the pine boughs again, just on the top a little bit. All right, and we're not going to put any sentiment on this side. It's just a decorative piece. Almost as if I put a piece of DSP on that side, but I decided I was going to stamp the tree instead of putting another piece of DSP. Make sure that's even with that one. Okay, this goes like that, and then this piece we are going to use one thing I always forget to get out, my tear and tape. I don't know why I always forget this when I'm going to use it. And I'm going to just put a couple pieces on the back of this one. I don't want to use liquid glue or anything, because I don't want it to seep out. And the tear and tape is a good strong hold. And I'm putting them fairly close together. I should have put it on the top just to make sure. Yeah, I'm fine. Oh, boy. My dog is getting into something upstairs that she's not supposed to. Gotta love it. We're going to just tear and tape off. All right, and you want to make sure the ribbon is out of the way. Okay? And we're going to do our best to get this centered. And I found it easiest to have it standing up. Hold on. Yep, that's where it's going. It's stuck already. Standing up so that the edges are even. Because sometimes if you try to place it while it's down, you can extend the opposite way. Okay. Wrap this around, and we're just going to tie, just tie a knot. And then I will trim it. We're tying a knot live, we're not tying a bow live. Not after last week's bow. Alright, give this a little trim. Okay, we're going to add just a couple of the festive pearls. My tweezers again. And I'm going to use the cherry cobbler again, just to give it a little extra color on the outside. Put one right there, right where whatever that mark was, and we'll put another one right here. Okay, and that's it. That's the card. Let me do a quick envelope. I have another panel of the Lights Aglow DSP, the one with the Christmas trees. And make sure if you have a pattern on your paper, you have it the right way. Just adhere that down, give it a quick trim. And I'm gonna just stamp one of the poinsettias and some pine boughs on the front, and we're gonna be done. It's the wrong poinsettia. Let's get the right way. We're going to mask it again. And just kind of turn it so the leaves are in between. Put our center in again, and we'll be done. There you go. I think it's called a double flap card. I'll open it up again. I'm not retying the knot live though. So you have this one opens up with that sentiment, and then the whole card opens up for that. I hope you like it and you'll give it a try. If you do, please feel free to post it on my Facebook page in the comments below my post on Friday. Everything will go live around 8 o'clock on Friday. But I love to see everybody's take on the fun folds. I'm planning to be back next Wednesday, but right before I went live, I got a text asking me about working next week, extra hours. So I will post something if I do end up having to work. Otherwise, I will plan on being back next Wednesday, same time. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, contact me. I'd be happy to help you with anything you need. Also, if you're interested in joining my team, again, reach out to me. It's a great deal right now, and you can get your hands on that new collection that'll be available starting in November. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I will go back to read comments because, as normal, I was looking down instead of reading any comments. But I will go back, read comments, and answer any questions. All right. Thank you for joining, and I hope to see you next week. Have a great week, everyone. Bye-bye.